Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Usama Anis. I'm from Swani RP, and today my topic is to discuss about purchase receipt document. But as we all know that there are what purchase receipt is about and what things should we consider before having a purchase receipt. So purchase receipt is actually linked with my purchase cycle. So I have made a sample document for you that how a successful purchase cycle run in Swan ERP and where is the place of purchase receipt in that whole cycle. So in Swan ERP you can request for quote, you can create a supplier quote or receive supplier quote, compare prices, and then you can create purchase order, and after that when you have officially delivered the order you can create a purchase receipt, after which invoicing and payments and reports will be done. So this is the complete cycle, but today I am just going to discuss about the fourth point of that complete purchase cycle, which is purchase receipt, sorry. So what's a purchase receipt? A purchase receipt is a document which actually record goods received from the supplier. So when we order for a purchase, and then upon giving our order our supplier give us goods, deliver us goods, so in ERP we have to officially confirm that receipt. So the document with which we confirm that particular receipt is called as purchase receipt document, and it automatically updates stocks levels. This is the beauty of the Swan ERP system, that once you create that purchase receipt, we push purchase order into a purchase receipt document from the create button, and you save submit that, your stock levels got automatically updated. So that was all about the introduction of basic entry level details of purchase receipt. Now let me please come towards how can we create a purchase receipt. So assuming that we are on the home button, you can directly go into your purchase receipt list, and from that list you can press add button of purchase receipt. You can create select a supplier, like I selected Adnok distribution. Let's say if I do have a supplier delivery note, I can write its number here, let's say 1234 for the sake of now. And if I operate in a job number atmosphere, as the instance which I am using, according to the demand of my client, they have their specific job number, so I write 234 and I can select project 2. I select test project, let's say, and after that I have to select the item. Let's say I select chair, and I give its rate, let's say 50 rupees, and when I click 50, so that's the rate got updated. So there are so many details too. You can create taxes and charges, you can create a text template and things like that, but that's sort of a advanced discussion. As of now we are just going to create a simple illustration video for how to create a purchase receipt and what's its purpose. So you can select your template, and automatically onto the amount of rupees 50 your 5% tax 2.5 rupees got calculated. We can also in our system can calculate item level tax on item level, and we have to after that we can, if we want, we can select some addresses any and things like that, if in my system I operate in an environment where it is necessary, or things like that. So there are so many functionalities which are delivered by the system. I can select any term just like general terms and condition. So more info, I can see more things like bed details and transporter details and things like that I can create, and print settings. But there are too many settings. You have to, for your purpose, you have to brainstorm yourself that which things you want, and by which pathway do you want to work, and what fields and what information suits best for you, and according to that you will fill all of the necessary detail in different tabs, as I have already showed you. And after that, when you have filled all of the necessary details, you can press save button. And this is the beauty of my system, that whenever I am going to save submit a record, system will not let me save that record if any necessary detail is missing. So system is telling me warehouse is mandatory for stock item chair. Since I am receiving that chair, so I have to tell the system that in which warehouse I am going to receive it. Let's say I am receiving in finished good warehouse, and if it's got rejected, some items if are of rejected nature, I can also select it here. After that, I am going to save it, and now it comes into the draft category because it got saved. And I am assuming that all of you know about the difference between save and submitted record, but for the sake of convenience and as a basic overview type of video training, so actually the difference between save and submit record is save record is only a draft or a memorandum type of thing, which is only created into the system just for the sake of our convenience, so that we do not forget to do anything, and we have matched all of the necessary details in that particular save type of document. But once we confirm that document by pressing a submit button, when we press that submit button, it means that the details of the system got fetched, synced within the system. What does it mean? Every document has its purpose. So when I press the submit button, you can see that I can view it into stock ledger and anything like that. I can create via push any other voucher from this, which will be discussed in the other video. So that's all about today. That's all about purchase receipts and what's its purpose. So thank you so much, and that's all about for today's video. Thank you.